The U.S. and Israel launching a joint attack on Iran overnight. Sirens blaring across Israel after the country's defense minister declared a state of emergency. Iran fired back on Israel around 2 a.m. our time. Explosions can be heard in the northern part of the country. One person in the United Arab Emirates has died. This comes after what President Trump is calling a major combat operation in Iran. Thick smoke seen here rising from multiple explosions in downtown Tehran, Iran's capital. It happened near the offices of Iran's supreme leader. The Israeli Defense Force releasing this infrared video of the missile strikes in western Iran. Iranian media reporting that attacks have happened across the country there. 40 are reported dead at a girls' school in Iran, and another 45 are reported injured. Taking a live look over Israel right now, News 2's Maggie Weaver is joining us in studio here with how other parts of the Middle East are reacting to the threat of war. Maggie, good morning.
Good morning, Megan. Iran's foreign ministry says that the time has come to defend the homeland after this joint U.S.-Israeli strike. Now, in this chilling video of Tel Aviv, you can see a missile interception actually happening there overhead. New video also shows more smoke plumes over Bahrain. The country reports a missile attack targeted the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet headquarters there. Now, Iran officials confirmed in a statement that they've begun responding to these joint strikes as well. Sirens all across the region are blaring as millions are preparing for a retaliation. Israel reports one man was wounded from an impact in northern Israel. Now, the U.S. Embassy in Qatar issued a security alert, and there is a shelter in place for all personnel at the embassy. They recommend Americans in the country also shelter in place. And of course, explosions have been heard in Qatar as the result of that counterattack. People in Israel right now sheltering in place as those sirens are wailing, urging civilians to safety now. Now, the Iranian airspace is currently closed. You can see much of the airspace is actually cleared out this morning. Iraq, the United Arab Emirates, and Syria are also not allowing any flights over their countries as well. And also, President Donald Trump is now urging the citizens of Iran to take over their government, this suggesting the allies could be seeking to end of the country's theocracy after decades of tensions here. President Donald Trump also saying in a video posted to social media there may be American casualties due to this conflict. With more on those rising tensions, we now turn to Rashad Hudson, who's following the president's response from Washington, D.C.
The video from President Trump is just over 8 minutes long. In it, he lays out the United States' objective for attacking Iran and warns there may be U.S. casualties.
A short time ago, the United States military began major combat operations in Iran.
Smoke began rising over Tehran shortly after President Donald Trump announced the U.S. launched a mission to take down the Iranian regime.
To prevent this very wicked, radical dictatorship from threatening America and our core national security interests.
In an early Saturday morning video, President Trump delivered a warning and a mission to the Iranian people.
I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
The White House has signaled for days a military strike could be imminent to prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons. Top White House and Iranian negotiators held direct talks in Geneva on Thursday, but did not reach a deal.
They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore.
U.S. forces have built up their presence in the region in recent weeks. Israel joined the United States Saturday morning in Operation Epic Fury, which the president described as ongoing and as war. Iran is now responding, saying it won't hesitate to defend the homeland. U.S. embassies in the Middle East are now warning Americans in the region to shelter in place as the operation against Iran is just beginning. Reporting in Washington, Rashad Hudson, back to you.
Thank you, Rashad, and to our Maggie Weaver for her reporting here at home. Stay updated with us on air and online at WKRN.com throughout the day.